This is KD. I think for me, art was not a thing. It was more of something that happened because I was doing something else naturally. For me, it is a natural extension of storytelling. And every picture has a story, where it started, what happened, and where it ended. And of course, the story didn't finish with the picture itself, because it itself was part of a story. Not just the finishing painting, but where it traveled to and where it affects and who it interacted with and the other lives it met. And I think what really got me going was a picture in the National Gallery. As soon as you walked into this room, you felt heat, physical heat, and you moved away from it. So the color, the temperature, and the heat and the dialogue was brought home to me very, very explicitly by this one painting. Of course, my early attempts were just tests, trials, and so on. But the first one that I started, that I took very, very seriously, was a painting that was called A Lady Undressing, because I was trying to capture the actual relationship that ladies have with a mirror that a man, in my world, never does. Having successfully done one painting that I was reasonably proud of, I decided to get very ambitious and tried a very large painting. A painting of a young lady that I wanted to capture, and it's called A Moment to Myself. And everybody that should look at it, in my opinion, should be wondering what is going through her mind. She's obviously not with us. In terms of trying to capture an essence, I thought it was natural to try and capture the essence of what an artist and their relationship to their studio is. And this I have done in an artist studio, the painting, which is the more you should look at it, the more I would want to walk towards the light and trying to have and reaching that ultimate light source that most artists aim for. In my life, I've found it is an inspiration, but perspiration that gets you to the end of a story at the end of a painting. And Exile was a story that I wanted to capture unpaint, and it was started off by a story in the FT many, many years ago of a person who's being kicked out of their village. For some reason, it had a great resonance in me. The subjects are all around you. Outside my window there is an old tavern and a pub that used to be, that is no more, and is now a residence. So the natural subjects are all around you, and you should be picking from anything that actually has a resonance with you. The last example I have is something from which I was passionate about as a kid: astrophysics, interstellar travel, planets, galaxies. This is called Stellar, but for me it could be stars, it could be a different worlds, it could be just a story about a man and a woman.